Everything is working. It's good. Hey, I see a good morning message on there, but that might have been before I turned this on. Anyway, I'm a little early today. This is good. It's 5 o'clock. Got 2 deliveries today, and they're both in the van, which is not common for Wednesday, so this is good. This is good. The day is off to a good start. Let's get these donuts rolling. I did notice this morning, I don't know if I said it out loud yesterday, but I noticed that, like, when I was making the change from high beams to low beams, I'm like, wow, low beams is really a lot lower than I remember it. Well, that is because our passenger side headlight is not, low beam is not operating. So you might say, Craig, what are you going to do? Well, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I can't do much. So we're going to be driving. Just going to have to risk it. But, yeah, I'll find out what he wants, if Bob wants me to take it up and get it fixed, or if he just wants to do that. He's out of town today, but so maybe he'll either take care of that tomorrow, or I'll see if he wants me to do it today. So yeah, we've got a little less light than usual. We just had the other side go out, like, I don't know, a month ago. It doesn't seem as bad when the driver's side light was out. It didn't seem quite as bad. It seemed worse. Let me put it that way. When the driver's side was out, it seemed darker. Like right now, it's, you know, it's all right. I've become a high beam guy, so I'm a high beam guy. That's what I do. I don't like it, but I do it. Survive. Oh, plus I've got a new pair of shoes. It sounded weird saying that, but I went out yesterday and I got another pair of shoes. I wanted to get, because I'm walking through kitchens sometimes, you know, and sometimes they're wet or they're, you know, whatever. Actually, at the bakery it's not too bad, but some of the restaurants that I walk through are a little greasy. So I want to get the, you know, skin resistant or whatever they call it. Oh, here comes another guy that wants to get ahead of me. See, people see a van and they're like, I got to get ahead of this thing. You know, like if you get on the highway and you see an 18-wheeler, you just want to, you want to be the one that gets ahead. That's how I am. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What was I saying? Oh, so I went and bought shoes yesterday, and I'm not, you know, like buying shoes is not one of my favorite things. I really don't like to do it, but I usually, like with clothes in general, if I find something that I like, That's what I get. I get that style. I'll get a few different colors. I'll get duplicates, whatever. I'm not really like big into like I gotta look different every day. I just wear like a certain kind. Like if I find a T-shirt that's comfortable and I like it, that's what I'm gonna buy until they stop making it. So that's how I was with. I had. I think they were Nike. New Balance. I had New Balance shoes. They were black, so they went with, that's what I was wearing for work. Well, but I thought, okay, I'm going to get new shoes, and I want to get the ones that slip resistant, maybe, or maybe that's the word. Skid resistant sounds like underwear. Anyway, but like when you get new shoes, usually I'm buying the same time, so I'm not worried about it. But like this was a whole new shoe, Skechers, and they're pretty comfortable. Like the first couple days you wear it, it's like, am I gonna like this? So far it's good. But yeah, so this will become my shoe if. Black. I'd show you, but I can't right now. I'm driving. The only thing I notice, I know you guys don't really care about this, but the thing I notice is I can feel the tongue on the top of my, it's not uncomfortable, but I can just feel that it's it's like touching my, I don't know, it just feels different, but I'll get used to it. Plus it's not broken in yet, so it's not, anyway. Yeah, so that's my exciting one so far. I was still up pretty late last night, but I took a quick nap. After I fed AJ, kind of hung out with him a little bit, did a few things, took care of a couple things around the house, and then I laid down. I think I probably got an hour maybe. So I really do want to get to the point where I have one solid sleep period. But I woke up I woke up about 15 minutes before the alarm today, which I like. I like to do that. AJ was particularly cute, he actually alternates between the bed and the floor. I've got a dog bed for him next to the bed, so he moves back and forth between those two. And he was up on the bed, and when I woke up, he kind of rolled over. I mean, it's adorable when they roll over and they've got their legs up in the air. And they, he knows I'm going to rub his stomach and chest. He was loving it. I was loving it. It was all good. That is a great way to wake up. I mean, I don't have any kids. If I had kids, I'm sure that there would be a kid event that would be equally or better. But yeah. So that's all I need, man. That's how my day was off to a good start. And I have this whole routine. Does anybody want to hear what my morning routine is? Well, it's too late. You're going to hear. So we got a delivery to make, and I got nothing else to do. So here's what I do. This is my morning routine. I get up at 2:30 in the morning. That's my alarm time. And once you get past the fact that sounds ridiculous, it really is pretty cool. I like the morning. That's like my time. So I get up. First thing I do is I feed AJ. Well, he goes outside. I feed AJ. He eats twice a day. I have him on that farmer's dog food. You've probably seen the commercials. If you watch certain channels, you definitely have seen the commercials. But, so he eats the farmer's dog. And there's 3 different varieties of food that he eats. And they send it, when you first set up your account with them, it's like the easiest. It's not the cheapest dog food in the world, but it's very, very convenient. They mail it to you. It comes in a box every 21 days, dry ice. So you've got your 3 weeks worth of food. And it's timed. You don't have to order it. It just automatically comes. And so I have it rotating through it's in my freezer, and I have it, I have it like a week's worth, 6 days, rotating through the refrigerator. But anyway, when you set it up, you give them all this, the facts about your dog, how much he weighs, how old, activity level, all that kind of stuff. And then they send you what they think he should eat in a day. So you have a pack of food per day. And I feed AJ twice a day. So he eats at 2:30 when I get up, and then he eats again like in the afternoon about 3:30. So in the morning I just cut the bag into the little tube. It's like a little plastic tube of food. A tube of food. And I cut it in half. Actually, I cut it a little bit. I give him a little less in the morning. just because I figure breakfast should be a little bit less than dinner. I mean, how stupid is that? But anyway, I do. I feed him a tiny bit less in the morning, and then he gets slightly more in the afternoon. And so he gets fed. Then I go in and I do like a journal thing where I write 3 things every day, every single morning. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for. Originally I was going to do 3 to 5, but you know what? I do it every single day. So 3 is good. And I don't want to get carried away, but 3 is good. So I pick out 3 things. Usually I kind of know what they're going to be the day before, like if something happens or I think of something. But anyway, so I write 3 things and I write it. Like I don't type it in a computer. I have a paper and pencil and I write it in a book. For some reason that just feels better to me than typing. I don't know what it is. It's something about it. But anyway, so I write my 3 things. And if you're wondering if you're someone that I know and you're wondering if you've been mentioned in my grateful things, probably. Now, obviously, if you're somebody listening and I don't even know who you are, then probably not. But, but yeah, I don't know. I just do. Things happen in my life. I just like that. So 3 things that I'm grateful for. Then I have this little book. I guess they call them devotionals or whatever. I don't know. It's like this little book that has a Bible verse, then it has it's written, it's got some thoughts for the day, and then it has a prayer. So every day I kind of read through that. It's a little thing. It takes a couple minutes to read through that. And so that kind of sets my day off in a good. Now, I've only been doing that a few years. I kind of, if you had said to me 5 years ago, 10 years ago, Craig, you're going to write 3 things you're grateful for, I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? But it really, it is a good thing to do. I highly recommend it. Just make the time, you know. Mornings, I think mornings are tough for people sometimes, but you just got to make the time. You got to set it up and just do it, and be consistent about it. Like no matter what, like even if I'm tired or I've got very little sleep and I didn't wake up quite feeling as energetic as I normally do, you got to do it. So that's that. Then what do? Then I get on the computer. I have a treadmill desk. In case anybody wonders, like usually when I'm on the computer, I'm actually walking. I have a treadmill desk, not fast. So I do that for like maybe, depends on what time. If I get in there by 3, usually I'm on the computer by 3 to 3:50, between 3 and 3:10. So I'm on there for like 15 or 20 minutes. And I just kind of go through, I look at my to-do list or whatever I have to do for the day. I check a couple different websites, weather and stuff like that, you know. So I go through that. If I'm going to cut anything, if I wake up or something happens in the morning and I don't have a lot of time, that's where I cut the time from. I like do that a little bit less. Yeah, then I get in the shower, then I get dressed, then I go leave for the bakery. So that's my morning routine every day. Now I don't drive on Thursdays. It's my one day a week when I don't drive, but I still get up and I go through that routine. I don't like to have big swings in my sleeping routine. I don't like to sleep in. I don't like it. It's just me. I totally respect people that do, but it's just not my thing. So there you go. A little insight. But I really do think that the writing down things that you're grateful for and just going through the exercise of thinking about it is a very, very positive thing to do. And I understand life is super busy, but that it only takes 5 minutes, maybe 10. That's why I didn't want to make. The other thing I was going to try and do in the morning is meditate. I have never gotten into meditating. I can't. I mean, I understand what you're supposed to do, but my mind just. I can't. I don't want to say I can't, but I enjoy my thoughts. I like to be thinking a lot. My brain really doesn't shut off too much. He's got a problem. He's got a problem. Grateful stuff, the stuff that I'm grateful for, there are a lot of repeat things, right? I mean, I try not to repeat the same thing over and over again, but it's whatever's kind of like on my mind. I think I've always kind of been like that, even when I was little. I was telling somebody this the other day, but I was a kid. I know when I was little, I was so thankful and kind of like do. Like, that is one thing that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I live in America. I'm sad, I think, that there are people out there that aren't. You know, like, I feel bad that there are people that aren't, but I am very happy to live here. I mean, I grew up at a time where you were like thinking, the people in over in Russia or the Soviet Union or communism, they're not very happy. There are people starving in some places, and all of that is still true. But just like the freedom and stuff that we have, it's pretty amazing. It is. So that's something. My dog, obviously, he pops up in there every now and then. You know, obviously, family members. Being able to do this. I love being able to do this. I love driving, so this pops up. It's a lot of stuff. It's kind of like keeping a journal. I've always journaled stuff off and on. I was never like every single day I write, a story about the day kind of thing. I was never really one of those people. But I do try to maintain some sort of journal. Now the journal that I keep, I do that online. I don't do that on paper. There's I use Microsoft Notes, and I have a page in my notes it goes back forever. One of the reasons I like to use that is I can search it. So like I'll note if something happens, I'll make a note of it, and that way if it's in there, I can go back and find it. Like the day that I hit the deer with my car. Now the weird thing about that day, and this was back in December, the weird thing about that day is I woke up that day, and when I was letting AJ out, there were 4 deer standing right on the other side of my fence. I mean, like, he jumps out, he's like, he went a little berserk over it, and they ran into the neighbor's yard, blah, blah, blah. But that morning I saw the 4 deer, and so that was when I was letting them out. So when I was on the computer that morning, for that 10 or 15 minutes, I wrote that in there. I'm like, hey, this morning I saw some deer next to the yard, blah, blah, blah. Well, then that's the same day that I hit the deer. It was weird. It was a very weird deer day. It's a deer day. So, I was thinking, like, if I ever open the door and there are deer standing outside of my house, I'm not going anywhere that day. I'm going to call in and say I can't drive today because I saw a deer. But I was never like a constant journaler. Is that a word? I don't know. Off and on though. Off and on. talk about the weather? It's warm out today. It's like 46 degrees now. And I think today it's going to go up to about 50, low 50s. So it's not going to get much warmer than it is now. Like up to 50, I think. But tomorrow, like tonight, it's going to be cloudy today. I think it's going to rain a little bit tonight. But tonight it is going to drop and get very cold. Like tomorrow is going to be very cold. And then I think it's going to remain like in that cold zone for the rest of the month. So I got a couple outdoor things I want to get done today. Pick up some trash that's blown into my yard and stuff. I live relatively close to a shopping center, and close enough and in the right direction where when it's very windy, I get some trash that blows over. So believe it or not, people litter. There's a couple restaurants in there. There's a Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Starbucks in this shopping center. And funny enough, there'll be a Chick-fil-A cup, bag, a Starbucks cup, these kinds of things that blow around and somehow make it to, they blow up to my backyard is fenced in, so they blow up to the fence. So yeah, I gotta pick that stuff up. I'm gonna do that before it gets cold again. So we had some very windy weather not long ago. I'll be off tomorrow. I won't be driving tomorrow. Although, I might be like, I don't know. I know I always say this, like, hey, I might get in the car later. Well, I got my car back. The maintenance and all. I bought a new car. A new, used car. Alright, I don't buy new cars. Never have. As a friend of mine once said, new cars are dumb. I just thought... I agree with that sentiment. I mean, at least I don't want to insult anyone that buys a new car. Buying a new car is a lot of fun. It's great. But I've never gotten over the fact that as soon as you drive it off the lot, you've lost a significant amount of money. And with the price of cars nowadays, the percentage of money that you just lost, it all works out. But I'd rather pick up the car 5 years later, with a few miles on it. I mean, you got to do all the work. It takes a little more effort when you buy it because you got to do a little, Carfax and all that stuff. But, and I will admit, I'm super happy now with my car. But I bought it online, checked everything out. It looked really good. But it did have a little more maintenance required than I thought. So, it's going to happen. But especially when you buy it online, you don't have the opportunity to touch it, see it, drive it, do all that negotiation. And I like the fact that you don't have to do all that, but then again, what are you gonna do? But anyway, I got it now, so all is good. And I want to get myself set up so that I can drive around a little bit, maybe do some live streaming from my cars. Where are we? Alright, so we're Lenny's. Alright folks, I'm gonna make this delivery. gonna head in there, pull out the rack. I'll be right back. Pull out the rack. I'll be right back. I gotta check, ladies and gentlemen. That's good. All right, let me load this. Let me load this rack up. What time is it? It's right now. 5:37. 5:37 a.m. I love when the trays, the Danishes, when the trays are still warm. No, that's a fresh dish. All right, let me run this in there. I'll be right back, please. Please enjoy the... Oh, there is no music. Hang on. think the guy in there thinks he's older than me, which is certainly not the case. But like, he opened the door and I was, you know, just like, hey, it's not too bad out here today. I was like, yeah. And I said, you know, it's going to be colder tomorrow. He's like, it doesn't get cold anymore. I remember back when it used to get cold. I'm like, well, cold. It is going to be cold tomorrow. It's going to be below freezing. That's cold. But I could just tell the way he said it. He's like he's remembering something further back than me, and that's not possible. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm definitely older than him. I just think that's funny. Whoa, we can't have people talking. Let's get the music back on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We got a person. This is the only thing about when I turn the car off, I have to reconnect the phone sometimes. Reconnect my music phone. Not the Starlink. Okay, here we go. All right, one delivery done. Now we're on our way to Eldersburg, Maryland. What a day. So yeah, I want to set up, maybe I'll do that today, because that would be a good thing to do when it's a little bit warmer out. You don't want to be like playing around in the car when it's 20 something degrees. But you know, I got to get the windshield mount in the right place, test out how I get the radio connected. That flashes lights, so either just past a deer, I'm gonna probably the headlight. Videos that I want to put out on my channel that are clips from a couple of my rides. Like I want to do the deer that I saw the other day. I want to do a video. The first, well, it wasn't the first time, but I had the trip one time during the day. It was the first time it was like a daytime trip, so I had a couple people in the chat, and one of them, you'll know who you are if you're listening, was pretending to be the GPS, right? So the text-to-speech, he was typing in like, you know, turn right, blah, 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 you know, do this, do that, and then he was going a little crazy with it, and she was saying all kinds of crazy stuff. So I want to grab a little piece of that and make a short out of that, because it is kind of funny. I mean, it cracked me up when it did. So that's one. The gym thing, I tried to grab that. I think I have that set up. So I've pulled like the videos that I need, but I haven't like actually edited, you know, and done all that stuff. So I gotta do that. just noticed it. The light hit the window in a certain way, and it was a little. Oh, it's on the outside or the inside? There's the outside. What is going on here? It's a long light for nothing. This is one of those lights that tests everybody, right? Like I'm waiting for. Oh, now it's changing. If this light was any longer, you'd have people that would just be like, "Oh, hell with this, I'm going." Look like that. No, they did good. Have you ever done that? Like you sat at a light so long that you're thinking this thing can't even be working right. Riding by, I don't know if this would be familiar to anybody, but there is a large mutual fund company called T. Rowe Price. They do a lot of 401k plans and things like that, and they're based here in Maryland. And they're big to our right. If I made a right-hand turn here, it goes right into their complex out here. T. Rowe Price, big Baltimore place. When I was back in my career days, I never really thought about working there, though. I mean, I thought about it, but I never really seriously considered it because. It was very big, like their big thing is they've got a call center, they've got a lot of mutual fund, money management type things going on. But on that campus, I think is what they call it, their campus. A lot of it is supporting the accounts, the people, the clients that are calling. So it's really, it's like a big call center, and I like customer service. Like that's always been my thing. When I was in, like my career was always around financial services, but it was customer service. Like that's a big deal to me, and but like call center type service is not really my niche. I don't like the fact that like that was the type of environment. I went and visited them once for some reason, and their type of call center was the one where they're like monitoring people to see how long their calls are. It's just call after call after call. That is not what I'm into, or was into. I'm retired now, by the way. Just FYI. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Oh, look, there's a dog over on the side making a poop. Pooping. That cute little hunched over thing going on. It's adorable. There's the box on the right. That's the camera. Gotta be going 30 mile an hour. here we go. We're having some relaxing music this morning. John was watching my video yesterday, and he pointed out that I didn't even notice it when it happened. But when I pulled into What a Day yesterday on my ride, the music just it was timed perfectly so that as I pulled in, the song was coming to an end, and it just sort of like ended right as I pulled into the back. It was almost like I put the music into the video afterwards, which I did not do. I do want to get into that though. Like I've played around with editing videos and stuff, but I think that's kind of cool. I'm fascinated by that whole thing. I like Photoshop, like the thumbnails. I think I said the other day that I could make a thumbnail in like 2 minutes because I basically use the same format for the rides. The other ones I might take me a little longer. But I just grab a screenshot that I like out of the ride, pop the new picture in, update the date, boom, it's done. I do all that in Photoshop. But I do like that. That's kind of fun. What is going on? Healing. This song is called Healing. Not sure what was wrong with us, but we're healing right now. If you've got a cut or any kind of bruise, listen to this song. Oh, there's a deer over there. I don't know if you saw that because the headlight on the right hand side is out. But there was a deer just standing there, maybe 20 or 30 feet off the road, grazing on some grass. Maybe I should flip it. I think the music, this is like, I don't hear people talk about it anymore, but in my recollection, this is called like New Age, I think is this type of music, right? Or is it kind of like just, you feel like you're floating or I guess this is what it's like to be high. Decided Drive It Daily has, well, not on that site. Maybe it's on that site. I think it's on that site where he went to a hotel in Raleigh, North Carolina, and there's a hotel that had like a stairwell that had Pac-Man murals on the wall in a couple places, and supposed to guess where it is. So of course, I jump online. Hey, where? I did a Google search, hotel, and so I thought I was all smart. It came up with an answer, and I put it out there. But he's like, no, that's not it. So, but then the answer said, well, this is the name. Whoa, holy man. He said, no, that's not the. He said no, and I went back and looked at the answer, and it was like, well, this is the name of the hotel, but they're owned by this company, and blah blah blah. So I threw a couple more out there. No. So I don't know where it is, but I might have to ride down there and actually search it out because I can't find it anywhere. There's no. I even took a picture of it. Like I took a snapshot of it out of the video, and I went into AI, and I'm like, can you tell me? I attached a picture. Because, AI is supposed to be able to do anything. So I took a picture of it and put it in as a building where this Pac-Man mural is located. I know it's in Raleigh, North Carolina, and there was another section in the video that showed like a stairwell. Showed the door, and you couldn't read anything on the wall, but basically you could only tell that it was like the 7th floor, 1 out of 10 or something. It had some indication of how many floors. So AI came back and said, no, I can't tell exactly where it's from, but here's what you're looking at. It's a tall building, medium to tall, because it says the 10,000. So it actually did look at the pictures. Hold on. We're on the Loud Bridge. So AI did look at the picture, and it could read the picture, and it could tell that it was like the 7th floor, or I think it was 7, and then it says something about 10 floors, 1 to 10 or something. I don't know, but it looked at all of that, but it couldn't tell me where it was. So I think the only way to do it is I'm going to have to make it. Well, it's like a 5-hour drive to go down there. I don't see myself doing that. But he's not giving it up. He's not talking about it. He's not giving up the location. Here we go. Bridge number 2. Bridge number 2. Beauty of the. Wednesdays for me are like Fridays for everybody else. Because I don't drive tomorrow, so when I'm done today, I don't go back until Friday morning. So it's almost, that's as close as I have to a weekend. But my days are several of my days are very short, so it's not like, it really is not like I'm out here that much. I mean, it may be every day, but it's for a short period of time every day. I feel like I'm all over the place today. I'm talking about all kinds of weird stuff today. I'm gonna stay focused. I gotta stay on the topic. I should make it like one topic per ride. It sounds like a great idea, but the way my mind works, that probably isn't gonna happen. Think too much. Human behavior fascinates me. I think that's a good way to put it. It really does. Like, I just think I love watching what people do and just like how different people react to things. Even in like when I'm online, I'm in these live chats sometimes. I just think it's fun to watch. You can almost predict, like, everybody, and I'm this way too, right? Like, most of the stuff I say is probably, like, I think in a funny way, right? Like, I always kind of just, that's the way my mind has always worked. So, but everybody has sort of like their style, you know, and you get used to like what somebody's going to say, or how they're going to say it, or the way they're going to like hear something. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I love it. It does sometimes get me in trouble though. Because regardless of what the situation is, you know, because my mind is always going around in different things, it'll always come up with some goofy way to look at something. Regardless. I could be at a funeral and something will happen that will spur a thought that may be a little inappropriate or funny. And, yeah, it can get you in trouble. I'm the person, like, in meetings, like, you know, most of my career I was an office creature. And, you know, you go to meetings and stuff, I would be the one, like, there would be certain people I couldn't even look at them sometimes in a meeting because I knew I would just burst out laughing. You know, the other people that I knew had similar thoughts going through their head, I couldn't even, like, there were times when I would intentionally not sit across the room from somebody because I didn't want to face them during a meeting because I knew it could be troublesome. why I always liked working in an office. Like I'm not a home worker person. I didn't like it. I mean, I'm not very sociable. Like, you put me in a cocktail party, and I'm the most uncomfortable person there. I don't like it. I don't like small talk. I can do it. I'm all right at it. I just don't enjoy that. I don't like that's where I'm least comfortable. But I do like being around people. Like, I liked working in an office. I think that's why, while I'm driving, I like to be on camera, because I like to have, possibly somebody there. It makes me feel a little less weird about talking to myself. But also the fact that somebody can talk to me, so I just liked, and I worry that that's kind of fading away. Like, people are becoming more homebound, kind of like more. I feel like young people, and maybe not all, certainly not all. I know some very outgoing young people, but I think it's easier as a young person to get sucked into a more, I don't want to say isolated. It's not totally isolated, but it's not less comfortable. I mean, look at the texting versus phone calls. And I'm guilty of that too. .09. We are way ahead. Not way ahead, but we're pretty good on. We're ahead of schedule here. I would say at least 10-15 minutes. Those people make me nervous, because not too far down the road is that light that we just turned at. So sometimes I think their blinker might be on for that and not for the highs. All right, let's see if they come out and get me. Send a text message to Bob. Nobody said Bob anything. There's Bob. Here we go. I don't know if you're going to hear this or not. I'm going to try to speak to my text. Send Bob a message, so hang on 1 second. You might turn off the audio. See what he says. Did you hear me saying that? I wonder. Oh, look, see? I don't even have to call them. They just open the door. Let's see if Bob answers. In the meantime, let me work on this. I'm going to listen to that and see if you can hear me when I'm sending a text. Oh, Bob is answering. Let's see. The stupid thing is, it's sideways. Like, because I have the phone on the horizontal view. So not only can I not read it because I can't see small text, but I also have to turn my head. He's typing. He's still typing. I'm on Bob. What the heck? He's sending me a freaking... Delivery's going to be late, Bob. All right, I'm going to do the delivery and I'll be back. I can't wait. I can't wait any longer. Oh, wait a minute. Of course, as soon as I put my glasses down. Here we go. Okay, make a note and leave it for Joe. Leave it for Joe. He is putting the truck up today at 8 for an oil change. Oh. Joe. He is put the truck up today for 8. Oh, maybe he's got a maintenance thing going on. Alright. Hang on, I'm gonna send him another. Who's Joe? Here we go. Alright. Now I'm gonna finish this delivery. Stay there.
At justacat.cs2 says good morning Craig. I'm listening. Webstacat.cs2 says number 2. I have a crown tiara. IDK. Yay.
He works on the cars for us. Right now, Bob's like, "Geez, let me just write a note." He's answering. See, this like never ends. He will pick it up. Okay, cool. What? Sometimes it really doesn't understand what you said. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm just going to leave it at that. Alright, cool. Boom. Done. Alright, back to my life. Sawyer! Good morning. How come I didn't hear you? Why am I not hearing that? Did you hear it? Did my little text-to-speech work when you typed that? It's too hot. Ooh, I'm heating up the my phone's getting hot. My phone is getting hot. Sawyer, you're heating up the phone. No, it's not your fault. I'm gonna have to roll the window down, get a little cool air in here. The question is
Webstacat.cs2 says yes, but you were gone, I think.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. I was just worried that I couldn't hear it. You know, you changed your name. That's where I think that's what got me. I know you said hi to me the other day and I didn't respond. I think I probably said hi, but I may not have known it was you because I didn't know it was you. I really didn't realize it was you until I was in the chat at some point and John said hi to you and I didn't see you in there, and then I realized that was you. So you changed your name. You know, slick on us. That's working. We gotta cool this phone down. All right, so we had a little thing with the phone. Not the phone. The headlight was out this morning. It's still out. And I was just trying to get in touch with Bob to see what he wanted me to do about it. But apparently he's got the guy, the guy who does service on the van will come and pick it up this morning. So I don't need to take it to them. That's good. We need to cool down the phone. trying to get some cool air on the phone. This is very dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, hold on. You're going to hear a lot of wind for a second. Hold on. It is cold out there, so what the heck? Why am I still getting it? I think it'll work alright. It's not that hot. The phone's not that hot. I don't know what that little warning is. I think what happens is the phone is like up on the top part of the windshield. And so
Sticat.cs2 says, and it's windy. This is probably what my pup feels like, lol.
It would be exactly. That is exactly what it was like. That's exactly right. I don't know why it doesn't feel super hot. So I don't know what's going on. I think we're good. I think it's all good. You do have to keep an eye on that, though. I know it happens to John, too. See, this would be another time when I should have my my microphone would be helpful, because then I could hold you out the window and it wouldn't matter because the microphone would be inside. It's going to be a little noisy for a minute. I'm trying to get that message to go away, telling me that the phone is hot. Crosswind going. I got the window, passenger side, and the driver's side cracked. That message doesn't go away unless I hit this button. Boom. There we go. Alright, I think we're alright. I'm not gonna worry about it unless it comes back. Now, Sawyer, did you get up early or are you up late? No, you're probably up early, right? Because it's almost 3:30. I got to play with my microphone today. I've got to do that. because I think it would help with the background noises in the van. I've been running my mouth all morning, Sawyer. All morning. It's one of those days. But the right side.
Sticat.cs2 says I'm up for the day and walking only cause I don't feel so good.
Aw, well that's not good. Are you getting a cold? Stomach? What's going on?
Sticat.cs2 says I know I hurt you and laughing with you.
Oh, okay, alright. Yeah, I've been jumping all over the place this morning.
Cat.cs2 says head and body sick.
Well, that's no good. I had a cold at the end of the year. I guess probably because the holidays, being around the more the kids and stuff like that. Kids will make you sick. I mean, not like sick, but but it didn't last very long, thank goodness. Like, I went through the whole stage of it pretty quickly. Hopefully you will recover quickly. Nice out here today, though. It is nice. I feel like I don't know what the deal is with the window. Like, it doesn't look like it's dirty, but when the cars are coming in the opposite direction, I notice their headlights are making a, like whatever they call that, the flare that comes out of the light. But that. All it takes is a little tiny, thin film of, road dust, whatever. Yeah, see that? Like that? I can see that it looks kind of crappy. I might have to try to wipe that off. I do travel with a bottle of Windex and paper towels. I noticed John the other day had a similar situation, and he said he had to go get a towel because he didn't have anything to wipe it off with. But I think he had a bottle of like Windex or something, unless he borrowed that from replacing that. today I got to get outside and do a couple of things. I want to see if I can get my car set up a little bit for streaming capabilities. And then I just got some regular cleanup work to do before it gets cold. It's going to get cold the rest of this week. Actually, I think if the weather forecast is accurate, it's going to be, looks like it's going to be cold for a little while. I think it goes out 10 days. And so it drops tomorrow, and at least the next 9 days it looked like it was going to be below freezing. I mean, it is winter, so that's good. I gotta wipe that off. It's driving me crazy looking at that. That smudgy stuff. I probably have time to do it at this light, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to resist the urge. I could pop out right now and do it. I'm in my cookie drop zone. This is where it's going to happen. Bob sent me a message. Let's see if I can look this up. I wish I didn't need green lights. Just saw in the news that your podcast guy, oh yeah, Scott, that's what it is for that. Yeah. So Bob just sent me a message. I don't know if anybody watches Scott Adams. Do you even know who Scott Adams is? Scott Adams was the cartoonist that created the Dilbert cartoons. I don't know if young people know about Dilbert. I mean, he was still doing the cartoons, but he had a podcast every day, and I watched it pretty faithfully. I liked it. He got caught up in some what would you call it? He sort of got canceled back several years ago. Because he got attacked by some folks that were kind of but anyway, so if you were aware of him or ever watched him, he passed away yesterday. Very sad. But let me clean this one and go off here. I'm going all out in this one.
Wagoner 1561 says, "Good morning, all."
Good morning. Just trying to get that cleaned up for you.
Stacat.cs2 says, "Good morning at Fred Wagoner 1561.
I don't know. Is that better? I don't know if it is or not. Look, see? See that right there? Boom. Like, why isn't that? Could be inside. I'm telling you, that window is as clean as it gets. So that could be the camera. I'm gonna blame it on the camera. Maybe I should close the. I should probably close the van door. All right. How's everybody doing? It's fine Wednesday morning. Hump day. Now, where am I going? Maybe it's the. I'm gonna try one more thing. One more thing here. Let's hold on. Got a little smudge there. Let me wipe you off. I don't know. All right, that's as far. What is that car doing? Why are we all just sitting here? Come on, come on.
Wag owner 1561 says just woke up and getting ready to go dashing.
What time is it there? It's an early dash. You doing the breakfast dash? Or where are you? Is there such a thing? Is there a breakfast dash? I'm sort of like the donut dash, but I have steady clients. Like I see it as of ride-alongs. You've got the long.
Flag owner 1561 says Illinois and do breakfast dash.
Ah, the breakfast dash. That sounds good. But I see three.
Flag owner 1561 says 5:41 a.m.
Okay, so you're an hour. That's early. That's very early. But I think the three levels of ride-alongs. One is you've got the guys out there that do the 18-wheelers. So they're on the highway. You're just driving along. That's one level of it. And that's interesting. I find them really interesting when they're like going across the country. Sometimes I've watched that. That's actually where I started. That's where I got the idea, hey, I think I'm going to do this in my delivery van. But that's one. Two would be me, which means I'm just making regularly scheduled deliveries. Most of my time is driving. You know, I'm not making a lot of stops. I just stop where I drop off the deliveries. And then third is like the DoorDash, or there are a couple guys out there that do it for like they're driving like a FedEx type delivery truck, so they're making a lot of stops. And I've noted, you know, like if you're making a lot of stops, you can kind of read the chat. It's different. It's a little easier to stay up with that. That's why I had to do the text to speech, because I can't really watch the phone at all when I'm driving. It's like, and even with DoorDash, like where John goes out, when he's on the highway, he can't really watch the chat And then the 18-wheeler guys can never watch the chat, so they're always going to be text-to-speech. But they're the three levels, I think. I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm not on the highway driving the entire time for hours, but I'm also not stopping a lot. That headlight. If anybody wasn't here, we're currently driving along without the passenger side, the right side headlight is out. I do notice though, with that one out, it's not as bad. Like if the driver's side headlight is out, it felt darker to me than the passenger side. There we go. During the summer, it's like daylight at this point. Always cracks me up. This part of the ride, the sun would be coming up. It is cloudy today, though. It's going to be cloudy. There's the school bus. The school bus sits in this place. It's sitting there with its high beams on, which is very inconvenient. If I could be a school bus driver.
Wagoner 1561 says, what state are you in?
I am in Maryland. And so right now I'm in Carroll County, Maryland, which is, I would say we're about 20 miles northwest of Baltimore. So like when I get to the bakery, which is where my trip ends, when I get to the bakery, we're about 10 or 15 miles south of the Pennsylvania line. So we're like right, so I would say we're kind of north central Maryland. Oh, the sun is starting to come up. Yeah, we're getting a little sky action over there. Yesterday we were driving right along the air. It's gone now, obviously, but there was a very large deer in the middle of the road yesterday. Wow, that's a neat looking sky. I like it. Our temperatures are supposed to be pretty nice today, but then dropping significantly tonight.
Owner 1561 says, ever been to Southern Illinois?
I have driven through Illinois, yes. I don't know all the areas that I've driven with my brother. I drove Route 66 a couple times. That was pretty cool. I like that. And that starts in Chicago and then ends in California. But that first part of it is sort of going south through Illinois. So yeah, I have been through there. I love driving through the country like that. St. Louis, like Route 66 goes through, starts in Chicago, it's got St. Louis, it goes through several cool towns. Driving on as much of original Route 66 as we could drive on.
Owner 1561 says, a lot of good hunting and fishing here.
Yeah, that's cool. Maryland's got some pretty good. Maryland's got, on the western side of the state, gets a little.
Owner 1561 says, I am 2 hours southeast of St. Louis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, St. Louis was cool. The Arch. I went up in the Arch. Went to a baseball game with my brother there. Suspenseful music now. All right, well, we have made it back to the bakery. tree. All right, folks. Well, this will conclude our delivery journey for today. What is today's Wednesday? So I don't drive tomorrow. It's my 1 day off week, and then I will be back Friday morning at 5. Yeah, Friday morning at 5. I think I'm gonna put my normal schedule. It varies a little bit sometimes, but it's pretty steady. I might put that on my channel so you can kind of see when. But I also put, like, as soon as this live stream ends, I'll put like an upcoming one out there for the next time I'm driving. So, but yeah, it was good to chat with everybody. I hope you all have good days, and I hope you make some money out there this morning. It's making me hungry, but so enjoy your day, everybody. Over and out here in Donut World.
Justicat.cs2 says K. Have a good day, Craig, and at FredWagoner 1561. See you next time.
All right, folks. Be good.